So I really wanted to do a full recap of what happened on day 3 yesterday, but we're on day 4, which the unmuted report comes out tonight. I'll chronicle that. But while the headlines are screaming about individual actions, we need to understand the bigger picture of how this administration manipulates public perception. Yesterday kicked off military theater. They sent 1,500 active duty troops down to the border to join 2,500 National Guard troops that are already there. This is performance and all about loyalty. The purge continues as 160 national security staffers were sidelined, while a lunatic from the administration, Sean Curran, has been nominated for Secret Service director. He's the dude that helped save Trump in his first assassination attempt, but that's the qualification? The way that they've shut down all of the systems, the applications, and things that were already in process. See, last time he was in office, we had this Muslim ban, and Muslims could not get into the country because this ban just came out of nowhere. But right now, we've got refugees that are Afghans and from Venezuela, all stuck in different various places. 1,600 of them have already been approved to come in. But since we've halted everything, then off is this California, we're going to threaten to withhold aid. California has one of the largest economies in the world. So if California itself decides to withhold funding and its funding for the United States, then these red states that are subsidized by California, what do? I've just determined that they have a manipulation playbook. And so part of this strategy is to throw everything that they have at the wall. They just kind of make up shit, see what sticks. Some things are outrageous and they never plan to do. But if you're talking about that, then you're not talking about what they're actually doing. We know that the felon pardon felons. We know that we have felons and other people that really have questionable backgrounds and questionable character being nominated for cabinet positions, but the price of nothing has dropped. They haven't even talked about this. I don't think that out of the sweeping executive orders that were released, anything said anything about lowering prices, which is why people claim they voted for him. I'll tell you what I think is happening, and this is a startling stat. 54% of American adults read on or below the sixth grade level. So complex policies that are reduced to emotional sound bites or misinformation or disinformation get shared immediately and it spreads faster than facts. And what the GOP does very well is manufacture lies. They've been doing it since I've been alive. So I know that this is just what they do. And so once you get on board, they have what we call the echo chamber effect. The talking points are released by 7 a.m. Trump drops a couple lies by 10:30 a.m. and every right-wing network amplifies it. By noon, this is the truth to millions. Spread on True Social, spread on platforms that you've never heard of, but these people swear by. So why do your emotions go crazy with these lies? Because it's all about things that are cultural, God, sexuality, gender, identity. These aren't policies or these aren't even things that they care about. They're just tactical weapons that they're using to control how you think. This matters because if we're going to have any action, anything that opposes how this works, we have to stay clear headed and we have to understand the playbook. We need to be able to see through the manipulation, but that means that we need to start talking to people that aren't literate. And I'm not asking you to do anything that I'm not going to try to do. We've got to limit our time on these social platforms. The creators of these platforms do not even allow their children to take part. Follow the money, watch where the resources flow and build a real understanding. Read multiple sources. If you see something and you're like, oh, I feel like that's right, go read, go find that. And not at something that's like, oh, realnews.co.ny.fact. Like, you've never heard of that. No one's heard of that. And you getting that is some bullshit. The final feat is staying informed. So, yeah, you got to unplug, but you need the right information. That means you need to follow the right sources. This is one of them. The unmutedreport.com, at least for the next 100 days, will follow what's happening so you can be informed and it's going to be in a format that you can understand. But if it's not here, it has to be somewhere. Let's get to work.